Minister for Special Development Initiatives, Hawa Koomson, says at least 6.7 million Ghana cedis has been disbursed to all constituencies across the country under the $1 million One Constituency initiative. She says residents in beneficiary areas are benefiting from the investments and government is delivering on its promise. Responding to questions on the floor of Parliament, she cited Adaklu constituency, where she says 6.7 million cedis is being invested in 12 different projects, including an ambulance and toilets. She tells Show News the investment is higher in other constituencies.
What of the other constituencies? Is it in that region? Is it less than that?
Yes, the other regions, even some have more, depending on their request, because some of the projects were done from the government priority area and others from the constituency. Now, you heard me say Adaklu had ambulance. Other constituencies had ambulance, but there are other constituencies who also have warehouses. But Adaklu doesn't have the warehouse. Other constituencies have markets and other clinics, but Adaklu doesn't have that. So it depends on their request sometimes, their needs at the ground.
So just to understand, Adaklu has received 6.7 million, but other constituencies have received more than the 6.7 million.
Yeah, some. When you look at the northern part, for instance, you know, they are having, how do you call it, dams. Some have also gotten warehouses, others have gotten clinic, and others to market. So when you bring all together, in fact, they are not uniform. Other close 6.7, other places maybe even 9 million, depending on the, because some of the government projects have been there. The warehouse is the government project. Ambulance is government projects. Market and clinics are government, but they are not the 275 projects. So sometimes they are about 50, and you have to share it among, and it is upon request that we give to.
So the least is probably the 6.7 that Adaklu has gotten. Some has gotten 9 million and others. The Adaklu MP is disputing some of the projects. He said some of them are not existent.
He said probably he himself was not very sure. That's why I showed the pictures of the toilet facility that I have, but I'll still call for the rest of the pictures for him to see. And if you heard me, I said at various stages of completion. It could be that some have just been started. So various stages of completion.
So 6.7 over 3 years, $1 million a year. That should be around 80 million.
First year we didn't work. No, first year we didn't work. I've explained this over and over again. The ministry was not in existence. The development authorities were not there. So we started everything in 2017. So our work started in 2018. It was in November that we passed the bill for the development authorities. And then they are sent to the bill January 2018, and the development authorities were appointed in May 2018 before they will set up their strategy. So all these projects, most of them were even done under the ministry because we didn't want to wait. By the 2017 first part of the 2018, we didn't work. So it was later part of 2018 that we started the work.
And these projects, have they made any real impact in the lives of people?
Oh yes, they are, because you see that Adaklu kept on repeating toilet facilities. The major issues in the constituencies are the toilet facilities, water systems, markets. These are the major issues in the constituencies. And my constituencies are about the drains and then the toilet facilities. Yeah.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
So minority MPs, however, disputing the minister's claim.
When I asked about that 1 million per constituency, the answer I got was that they were using it to construct KVIP toilets. And in Bodi, I'm here to see a toilet which has been constructed and completed. They have not even completed one toilet in Bodi. So I don't know what she's talking about. And if you are talking about 1 million per constituency per year, we are talking about $3 million in 3 years. And if you multiply it by, assuming the exchange rate is even 5 cedis to the dollar, and it is times 5, we are talking about 15 million Ghana cedis. We are talking about 15 million Ghana cedis. And so if the minister says that Adaklu, as a district, has received 6 million plus, it means they have not, they have relented on their promise.
In fact, you make the point that that's the least of investments across the country within various constituencies. Some have gotten up to $9 million in investment. For you, boy, they hasn't gotten that much.
That tells you that she is lying. Because the promise was 1 million per constituency. So why is she talking about the fact that some districts have gotten more than others? What is the criteria did they use in disbursing that money? That tells you she's lying.
If you are a contractor and then you have the means, the resources, why wouldn't you do your work, raise the certificate and go for the money?
So the drainage program, the drainage project in your constituencies under 1 million one constituency, it affected that?
Yes, it affected.
Apart from that?
It affected because there was a drainage project at Manso. The main drainage there was a suspension bridge at Dumbanso that was not done because of this thing that I'm talking about. Okay. There was a pedestrian culvert bridge at Impoho, and also there is various culvert bridges from Kromante, from Manso, Kromante, and Inasie, that stretch, as well as some drainage system at Bob. All these were projects that the contractors had signed the contract, but had to abandon it because of financial consideration. And now the whole thing had been repackaged, and then new contractors are going on site. And I know that they will have the capacity to do it.